So firewalking is an ancient ceremony. It's found in cultures all around the world. And it's an experience, as we've heard, that's wrapped in mystery, in ritual, and preparation. For many centuries, only a special few could walk over the fire without burning their feet. When I think about it, it must have been an astonishing sight when first practiced. First known records are of over 1,000 years ago in India. The darkness, the drumming, the chanting, the mask wearing, the glowing orange-red embers, the intensity of the heat, the intensity of the moment. Such a visceral experience of the power of fire, that source of energy and heat and warmth and life that can also be so devastatingly destructive. And here were people able to walk through fire unscathed. All those centuries of ecstatic, intense moments, the darkness and the drumming, fire and flame. It was a spiritual experience. Now, the spiritual understanding of fireworking depended on the culture. It's a dedication to the gods in Bali. It's a trance experience in Botswana, a purification ritual in India. But all are people and fire connected. And I think our fire ceremony is an echo, a memory of this deep human connection to fire. We know more about firewalking today. Science has helped us understand how it works and has been popularized by various people like Stephen in the West as a way to empower people to overcome their fears, to find healing. And while this makes firewalking feel a little less wondrous, it also makes it more accessible. Anyone can walk across hot coals. The ritual and preparation are there to mentally prepare people to do something their bodies are telling them not to do. Do not get close to the fire. Fire tells us that with the force of the heat. And yet we figured out a way. You walk calmly, not too fast and not too slow. If you walk lightly and calmly, you can firewalk. If you go too fast and start to push off with pressure, you end up pushing your feet into the coals and getting burnt. And if you go too slow and you leave your foot too long on any coal, you will get burnt. If you walk lightly, not too fast, not too slow, with calm certainty, finding that middle path, you can walk on fire. It's astonishing what we humans can do. As you know, over the years, I love fire. I dream of a wood stove of my own one day. I love sitting beside a stove or a fireplace, staring into those flickering flames, feeling the radiating heat, being a safe and comfortable distance from that white hot center, safe from the crackling logs breaking down and sending out burning sparks. But sometimes the fire doesn't stay safely contained. At times we find ourselves in the midst of the flames. Something in our lives is burning away, sometimes by our own choice. Other times it's out of control and just flares up. And of course, it's overwhelming, suffocating, and terrifying to be in the midst of a life on fire. And some of us do panic and rush, burning ourselves. And others freeze and can't move, getting burnt in the process. But we know, history tells us so, we can do hard things. We can find that middle path and walk through fire. Ancient rituals and modern science tell us so. So if we trust ourselves, if we can find our center, the fire, the flames are not so bad. We can see that they're embers. And we can find that middle way through panic and hesitation. We can find that calm certainty. We can walk on burning coals and get through. And keep our eyes on the clearing beyond, with all that soft green grass. And we keep walking, not too fast, not too slow, and we get there. We have the power and the courage within us. We can do this, and we don't have to do it alone. We can help each other. We can rake the coals for one another and reduce the flames. We can cheer each other on. We can be there with a bucket of water at the end to soothe our soreness. We can hold hands and walk together. We all end up at some point in our lives, whether we want to or not, facing fiery hot coals. But we can walk through them, we can walk on them, and we're here to help each other through, always. So say we all.